Today I'm going to show you how I got a 98% win rate to Ultimate Champion with the best evolved Royal Ghost deck. So the deck that we're going to be using today is this really fun Minor Poison deck with the Evo Royal Ghost, and it just works so well right now because you have such a quick cycle that you're able to cycle so many Evo Ghosts throughout the game. And also with this deck, guys, you would normally struggle not really having much of a big tank, right? Because you have normally the Mighty Miner in this type of deck. So with having the Ghost in here, you might struggle, you would think, against, I don't know, like Golem or some bridge spam decks because you don't really have a heavy tank. But the way we cover that is that we put the Little Prince in this deck, so the Little Prince ability is actually able to give us another tank to deal with that kind of annoying bridge spam deck. So yeah, the deck just has a really good synergy overall. Not really sure what this guy is running right here. Maybe it could be a Miner deck as well or something like that. Not entirely sure. People have been running a lot of new stuff in this meta. I've been seeing a lot of new stuff from people recently. Vines are kind of interesting, though. Wait, Ghost gets right on the tower here. Very nice damage just from that. Yeah, that's like almost 800 damage. Lower Prince will do a pretty good job here as well, and I'm just kind of trying to get to my Evo Ghost right now. I'd say we could just go for the wall breakers here. I think I kind of have to ignore his wall breakers. I could have went for like a Goblin Hut onto them, but I feel like it wouldn't have been worth it. We do get our wall breakers to connect, which is pretty cool. And guys, you want to play the Royal Ghost evolution in kind of a very specific way. You don't just want to play it at the bridge like a normal Ghost sometimes would be played. You want to actually almost always play it on defense first. And the reason why, okay, I'm going to use it here just to hit onto his Ghost. The reason why you always want to have it target something first is because if you play it to target something first and get that hit off, then you just get free ghouls, basically. You get free extra ghouls. And look, our Evo Ghost is going to reach all the way to the tower again with more ghouls, and then it will go invisible again and get even more ghouls, I think. Okay, it's getting, yeah, just pulled around here, but yeah, we get more ghouls as well on the tower. We could get our Little Prince down the lane if he tries to pop his Skelly King ability. I mean, yeah, we could just pop our Little Prince ability, which should completely destroy it. Wow, that was some very good defense. This guy's bait deck just stood no chance. Unless this Evo Ghost messes with me. Hold up. Oh no, I think we're chilling. Yeah, our poison deals with the ghouls. That's gonna be a good game. Wait a darn minute. I remember this guy was completely abusing Pekka Goblin Giant last season, but the deck got so many nerfs that all the Pekka Goblin Giant players seem to have completely fallen off. So I'm curious to see what this guy's running right now and how he's actually doing. Okay. So we're just going to go from Goblin Giant Pekka first play to just Pekka bridge spam probably first play. He gets the Pekka down. He's probably going to bridge spam me with like a Battle Ram or something soon as well. He lets the wall breakers go. Wait, I don't know if he has Pekka bridge spam, guys. Maybe he does have Goblin Giant. Okay, no, he has minions. Okay. And he does play the Battle Ram. Is that going to go for my Goblin Hut, though? I think not. No, it does. Wow. That's kind of unlucky for him. He does get his ability off, but very bad ability. I'm going to say well played just because this guy was harassing people with Goblin Giant for a long time. Okay. Pekka kind of just ignoring everything. Please, Pekka. I was going to say if that got another swing on my tower. Did we have to BM this guy if we can beat him? We have to. I think the biggest issue here is definitely going to be the Evo Battle Ram, though. Oh, shoot, I played that too late. And I wanted to just get my Ghost down to cycle to the Evo, but it's okay. We do get the Ghost on the tower for some nice damage, so we take that. Almost got his right side down. I feel like these Goblin Giant players just have their sense of how to play the game really warped. Like, this guy just thinks he can always go for a Pekka first play, or like try to starting hand his opponent, and it's always going to work, but little does he realize that now that Pekka Goblin Giant is out of the meta, he can't just always go for a random Pekka first play and get away with it. Alright, he does go for a Pekka again in the back, so I guess I'll just try to get my Little Prince kind of early. Little Prince is a really important card in this matchup, but I feel like maybe I can end up getting two of them down, so I think it's fine to cycle one right here. The Golden Knight is going to be potentially a pretty big issue. I'm just going to monitor kind of to just like pull stuff backwards, I guess. Oh shoot, that didn't pull the Pekka. No! Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I think I'm going to let the Ghost go on my tower, maybe. Or maybe I'll try to get it with some skeletons here. Oh my gosh. I'm in danger, guys. I'm in danger. Wait, I actually defended? That was high-key a really good poison right there, guys. And our Evo Ghost is still going as well. Shoot, this is going to be close. Let me just get my Little Prince down to kill these minions. Then let's get a Barbarian Barrel. Nice, he actually had to defend his King Tower. No, the Ghost! No, kill it, kill it! We killed it. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's Wall Breakers here go for a Ghost on the King Tower. He's going to have to cycle back to his arrows to take our tower, but can he actually do it in time is the question. Arrows are not enough, though. Arrows alone are not enough right here. Oh, he gets the zap, though. Bro. This is unfortunate, guys. I better not lose, man. I better not lose. Little Prince is charged up, though. Wall breakers do connect on the tower, and we're still in a great spot right now. I mean, being 1-1, though, is a little bit icky against Pekka, but so far, it's looking not bad. Now, guys, the Little Prince ability is actually a surprisingly good counter to the Evo Ghost, so I'm going to go for that right here. He does go for the Pekka in the middle. I'm going to go for my own Evo Ghost onto his Evo Ghost as well. Evo Wall breakers do connect. They don't quite take the tower, but if we just get a poison down, that should be just enough. And wow, the Evo Ghost just shuts down his ram so quick. Wow. That completely demolished everything. And we can go ahead and BM this guy a little bit for last season. Alright guys, we're a little bit late in this matchup against Enquiry. I kind of forgot to hit the record button, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I think he might be a Lava Hound player, unfortunately, which is not really gonna be too fun to face, but maybe the Ghost can apply some pretty nice ground pressure. Yeah, he goes for the Lava Hound in the back right now. We're probably gonna be able to take the tower here with our Evo wall breakers and all, but okay, he actually defends. Never mind. You know what, I'm going to go for my Evo Ghost as well, because that's guaranteed going to take the tower, or he has to play his stuff on it. Okay, so he goes for the balloon. This Goblin Hut position always kills the balloon. I mean, always pulls the balloon, and usually will end up killing it too. But yeah, we get our Little Prince as well. He gets a really good value Fireball, but still our Little Prince is on 1 HP. Oh, the 1 HP balloon just did me so dirty right there, guys. I'm going to have to go for a defensive miner as well. I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to be able to save my tower. This actually might be kind of bad, guys. I don't really think I could save my tower. This might end up being a 2-tower match right here, but I guess we'll see about that. He's calling the good game. Why? Wait, am I going to win? I'm not sure. He could get a really good fireball here, but I can't really help it. Yeah, I can't really help it. Wait, he missed the fireball. Nice. This guy literally just called his own downfall, or predicted his own downfall. Little Prince is shredding through everything, and especially our second Little Prince is going to do such a good job. Thank you for the CRL number 1. Wait, why is he's BMing me? Excuse you, buddy. Hopping in the next match against BB, we're just going to go for our split wall breakers. I sometimes see people go for split wall breakers at the bridge like I do, and sometimes they also go for split wall breakers all the way in the back. Personally, I do prefer to go for them split at the bridge. Once in a while, I see even Mohammed Light go for them in the back, so I mean, I guess it kind of just depends on the matchup. In some matchups, it might be better to go for it in the back and some at the bridge, but if you play it in the back, I feel like you just give your opponent more time to react to it, because, like, say your opponent plays a Valkyrie in the back, if you play them at the bridge, the wall breaker will connect on the tower before the Valkyrie runs up to it, but if you play it in the back, then the Valkyrie's going to deal with it. But if you play them split in the back, then if they want to go for, like, an Ice Wizard to counter your wall breakers, they can't really do that, because they either have to leak Elixir or, yeah, just, I guess, go for it extremely late. I mean, or no, they could either leak Elixir and go for it extremely late, or they could just, like, try to go for it early, but then they're going to only be able to stop one side instead of two, so I guess that's why people sometimes play it in the back. This guy is running a balloon deck here, but we're going to have the pretty nice Little Prince to deal with that, and also the Goblin Huts are going to be quite nice as well, so I think we'll be okay. We can even pop our ability here with the Little Prince. It does get pretty decent values sometimes on offense. Definitely going to have to get our Bar Barrel. Nice! Maybe I could get a nice Evo Ghost down as well. Okay, I think this Miner might survive with a little bit of HP, so I think I could just get a nice Ghost connection on that and then get the ghouls out of it. And we could also go for our Miner to tank for the Ghost as well. I mean, it's going to just be invisible, but, like, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to poison the Musketeer for sure. Come on, go invisible again. Go invisible. Oh, it doesn't go invisible. But the Ghoul does, though, and the Ghoul gets a good 400 damage there with one swipe, which is amazing. We could get our Evo Wall Breakers here. He's going to have to Bomb Tower for it, but that's a -2 trade, so that's just going to put us in a really good spot momentum-wise in this game. And I'm just going to keep on spamming my Ghost right here. Guys, what I love about the Royal Ghost evolution that I think makes it so strong is that it's really easy to cycle the Ghost, because there are other evolutions in the game that are very strong, just like the Ghost. Like, for example, Lumberjack I feel like is quite strong, but the evolution of the Lumberjack is just not really that good right now in the meta, because it's really hard to cycle your Lumberjack. Like, in a lot of matchups, you just can't really afford to cycle your Lumberjack very easily. But with the Ghost, you just always can. Okay, wait, that was actually a really good Evo Musketeer out of this guy. I'm not gonna lie, I was not really keeping track of his evolution cycle right there, but we still kind of survive anyways. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for this here, then we do have our Evo Ghost once again, so we could probably get that rolling in the back. And it is pretty lovely how you can now get multiple Little Princes at once. Makes it a lot easier to stop decks like this, like our opponent is running. Our Evo Ghost is going to be barreling towards the lane, so is our Ghoul as well. And we counter his Balloon pretty easily here. I'm going to play my Poison for sure so these Evo Skellies don't do too much. Come on, Ghost, go invisible! Oh, it doesn't go invisible. We're just going to get our Evo Wall Breakers down, and his cycle's pretty awkward, so yeah, he has to kind of overspend there, and he still takes a connection, despite all the elixir he just spent. I'm going to just defend his Miner cheaply right now with my Skeletons, and we're just slowly chipping this guy out. We have really good pressure with this deck, so even though the defense might not be as strong as if you had like a Mighty Miner, I feel like you're still able to just win a lot of matchups just by kind of controlling the tempo of the game and just forcing them to play the way that you want them to play. We do have to be kind of careful, guys, because I think he will get another Evo Musketeer pretty soon. His next Musketeer is going to be evolved, so I do have to be a bit careful of that. He does defend pretty well, but we still get a Wall Breaker regardless of the defense there. Wow. I cannot believe that I just got a connection. He goes in for the Loon, but our Goblin Hut is going to pull it, and then... Okay, wait. We have 3 Spear Goblins, though. We're chilling. Dude, thank goodness for the 3 Spear Goblins. That was actually kind of close there. I knew he had Evo Musketeer in cycle, but I was just praying he wouldn't snipe my Goblin Hut, but unfortunately he did. Evo Ghost does go invisible again, so we do get a nice spawn in once again there. This is bad. I'm just going to poison for good measure. Probably did not need the poison there, but I'd rather be safe. Wait, I'm actually taking so much damage. What even did this much damage to my tower? Nice, he has to go for a whole bomb tower on my wall breakers, which is great. We're going to get our Skellies here, predicting his Miner, then we can just go for a poison and get our own Miner kind of in like the corner right here. I think we should take it. Yeah, Miner gets right on the tower, so we are going to get a nice clutch win against Balloon. You know what, guys? For the sake of testing, I'm going to go for the split Evo Wall Breakers in the back and just see what happens. Alright, he goes for the Witch. See, this is why I don't like split back Evo Wall Breakers. If I played them at the bridge, I think the right side one might have connected before the Skeleton walked up. Not really sure, though, to be honest, but I don't know. You never know when it could make the difference. The Witch should just die here to our tower and not get any damage. He does have the mini Pekka, what the heck? Kind of thought he had a graveyard deck when I saw the Witch. Oh, he has Giant, interesting. We could go for our little Prince like this. I know it's right next to the hut, so we could get a good spell value, but he's not going to have the elixir to get like a fireball or something for a little bit, I think, so this should be fine. Oh shoot, this mini Pekka. Wait, nice, the mini Pekka didn't even hit my wall breaker. That was such a good wall breaker. Because I thought for sure my wall breakers would just die there and he'd get a really good mini Pekka, but we actually defended that pretty nicely. I don't even know what the heck this guy's playing. I guess he's trying to play like kind of a meta counter type of deck because Valkyrie is really the best meta counter right now, I would say. It counters Evo Witch, it counters the Evo Ghost, and it counters a lot of the drill decks and stuff like that. It does pretty well overall. I'm going to have to be a little bit careful to not overcommit here because I feel like this guy is going to play really aggressively if I spend even just a couple more elixir than I should. Little Prince should take care of this Princess though, and now we have both of our Evos, so feeling pretty good right here. Maybe I could pop my Little Prince ability as well. I'm going to pop it last second. He's not going to expect it, so it's just going to get right to his tower. Yeah, see, look guys, that's actually kind of worth it. It is a lot of elixir to be fair, but that gets us some pretty nice damage, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to get my Goblin Hut early just knowing he's probably going to Giant with this. I just want to get my Spear Goblins racked up ASAP. And Ghost hopefully could get on the Witch. Okay, that's kind of bad for us that the Ghost isn't really going for the right thing. I am going to get a poison down. I know it's an Evo Witch, so it doesn't really die very easily to the poison, but it's still going to die to our wall breakers paired with the poison. Yeah, so we actually defend pretty nicely. I'm kind of curious why this guy has a random Princess in his deck. To be fair, Princess really isn't that bad right now, though, because Princess in this meta can actually survive pretty nicely since everyone has Bar Barrel instead of the Log these days. Now, the biggest issue here, guys, is that I don't know what big spell he has. I don't know if he has, like, a lightning or something, potentially. He probably doesn't, though, but I guess we'll probably find out sooner or later. Little Prince does shut everything down pretty nicely. I'm probably always going to try to just kind of space out my hut and my Little Prince just to be safe, even though I probably don't have to. We can get our Little Prince down here on the mini Pekka. I'm going to try to get wall breakers to kind of pull this Valkyrie back a little bit. Nice. Perfect. I'm going to go for my Evo Ghost as well now, guys, because he played the Valkyrie, so he probably is not going to have the best counters. Wait, Ghost, hit again, hit again. Oh, it didn't quite get another hit there. But look at the Ghoul, though. The one Ghoul gets on the tower, that's good damage. And he gets another Valkyrie down, but it's already almost dead. Bro, our Ghost just killed the Valkyrie. Dude, Evo Ghost is so much better than people thought it would be. I feel like all the creators were saying how Evo Ghost and the Evo Skarmy would not be that good, but man, they were so wrong about that. Wait, let's get our Little Prince ability too, just to apply more pressure to this guy and just kind of freak him out, I guess. Yo, that's right on the tower. That's going to be so much damage. He's going to have to get, like, something to push that off. Bro, you have to defend your tower, my guy. Okay. I think a lot of you guys have always seen me go for the miners in the back first play recently, but with this deck, I actually do prefer to go for it in the safe spot once again. Because for a period, I was just going for the miner not in the safe spot, just knowing that most people are not running Tornado these days. But with this deck, when you have the Evo Ghost, it just gets so much worse when they have their king up, I feel like. So even though very few people have NATO, I think it's still worth it to just take the safety route and just go for the miner in the safe spot. Our opponent here probably is going to have a Royal Giant deck. And this is actually manual. Probably not the Giant Graveyard guy, though. I don't think he'd ever pick up a deck that actually takes any sort of skill. Alright, we do get our miner down right here. We'll see if he tries to respond to it. Oh, hopefully he doesn't get his king up here. Nice, he doesn't get his king up. Sometimes you can actually get your king up off the miner using a fisherman if it's played in a certain spot. It's kind of up to true red, true blue stuff, though. The same thing that kind of determines the interactions for Goblin Drill. We do get our Barbell down here for the fisherman, so overall pretty chill start. We do have our Evo wall breakers, so I feel like that's going to be pretty nice in this matchup. Kind of surprised this guy has not gone for a single RG yet. That's really unlike an RG player to just be so weirdly passive for no reason. He does go for the Monk in the back. I kind of want to see how Evo Ghost can do against Monk. I feel like it'll be kind of interesting because the ghouls are going to do good work against it, I think, but then at the same time the Monk is going to push away the big ghost, and then the ghouls are going to get targeted by it, but it's still going to probably do good work here, I feel like. I'm going to get my Barbell down. That low-key reflected a little bit further than it needed to. Guys, I'm not going to lie, that reflected further than it needed to, man. That did not need to reflect a Barbell like 5 tiles away from the Monk. Like, the Monk was far away from that Barbell. I don't know how to feel about that. Man, that's kind of bad for us, but we maybe could get a nice bit of counter push damage right here. Yeah, I think this will be some nice damage. He goes for the Barbell, but it's not enough. We still get one wall breaker connection. Nice, not too shabby. In this matchup, I feel like the Evos are just going to be so overpowered. The Ghost is going to be really good for defense, sometimes some offense, and wall breakers just go crazy too. The main thing you have to pay attention to, guys, in this matchup is when their log and when their E-Spirit is in cycle. Like, when you have your Evo wall breakers, if you go for them when their E-Spirit or their log is out of cycle, or better yet, both of them, then it's pretty much impossible for them to stop the Evo wall breakers. Also, man, this guy got one good Monk ability against me, and now he's trying to get lucky again with all of his Monk abilities, it looks like. I'm actually going to Evo Ghost the other side just to kind of try to apply some opposite lane pressure. Because you can't just defend an Evo Ghost so cheaply with only skeletons. You actually have to spend a little bit more elixir on it than you normally would. I'm not going to play anything that this Monk could reflect here. Yeah, I could have played like a Barbell, but I'm not going to risk that. I'm just going to go for my Goblin Hut once again. We get a second one, which is going to probably be more than enough right here to keep us chill. And wow, our Evo Ghost got actually pretty nice damage there on the right side, if you guys saw. He does pop the Monk ability, but I think this is fine. Yeah, our tower's targeting the Hunter. We can also get a Barbell off as well, and that's pretty much a perfect defense. I'm kind of surprised this guy has the Monk in his deck over the Evo Ghost. I feel like all the RG players have been running Evo Ghosts recently. He goes in for the Fireball, but the Hut just has so much HP that it's mostly able to withstand it. Alright, so he does waste the Fisherman, so I think we could just go in now for maybe a little bit of a minor poison push. Gonna get our Evo Wall Breakers as well. I guess he'll just E-Spirit Log here. Wait, he goes for it kind of late. I mean, actually, he has the E-Spirit Barbell, not E-Spirit Log, but same thing. Anyways, let's get our Hut going kind of early just so it can trigger off the Barbarian to get a couple extra Spear Goblins to help us out. He does go for the Evo Hunter, and he does get his ability off as well, but a little bit late, so it actually doesn't really do too much for him. Nice, let's just go for the Poison spell here, then as long as we get really just a couple Miner hits, I think that's all we need. Yeah, Miner gets right on the tower, he's already calling the good game. We do take it.